So what are the best armor stripping weapons in Warframe? Welcome on in, you beautiful feckers, how you all do. Now we all know that armor scaling in Warframe can be a bit annoying, just a little bit, but there is a lot of ways that you can strip it off, from mods to abilities to focus passives and of course weapons as well. 4 corrosive projection auras will do the job for squads, but if you're a solo player then you're going to have to deal with it a different way. Augmented Warframe abilities like Trinity's Abating Link, builds for Oberon, for Mag, for Frost, for Banshee, Seeking Shuriken by Ash, or even a Corroding Barrage build for Hydroid, to name a few, can all strip armor. As can one of the, I think it was the Unairu passives, that strips a percentage of enemy armor once you dash through them with your Tenno. But what's the best weapons right now? Never mind abilities or any of those mods, the aura mods. What's your go-to top 5 when it comes to stripping enemies of all of their armor? Weapons that can shred armor, but also more than likely kill pretty damn quick because of this. Let's jump right in and not feck about. This is my top 5 weapons for stripping enemy armor in Warframe in no particular order. All weapon builds will be shown towards the end of the video, as well as some honourable mentions for other weapons that can do the job as well. Now first off, a quick disclaimer. A lot of these weapons kill anything under level 100 or even a little bit higher in 1 or 2 shots, so you might not get to see the armor stripping effects when using these weapons unless you go up against higher level enemies. Against low level enemies, removing their armor isn't really an issue, and even then most melee weapons with condition overload will mince your way through those low level enemies in the blink of an eye. And I guess you could argue that the best way to strip enemy armor is to just kill them outright. Now our first weapon of choice is the obvious one, right? The go-to hunter weapon. You've probably already had its name pop into your head when you've seen the title of this video. The only melee weapon that I'm going to put on this list, and one that a lot of us have used to strip down Eidolons, the Wolf I think, and even Thumpers during their fights. 5 or 6 shots from this weapon in total to almost strip down an Eidolon, I think it was. The Saba gunblade with the Shattering Impact mod is incredibly effective, and the Saba itself is also pretty damn powerful even without that Shattering Impact mod. So you're not just bringing the Saba for the sole purpose of stripping an enemy down, it can kill shit as well. Now with Shattering Impact equipped, impact damage from melee attacks will reduce enemy armor. It doesn't matter the amount of impact damage that you deal, or even if there is an impact status proc. Once your weapon deals impact damage, then it will strip armor, and the amount reduced is a flat amount applied to the enemy that you're shooting at's base armor. So it will always take the same number of hits to completely drain the enemy's armor off, regardless of the enemy's level, which is amazing. One of the reasons this weapon is so popular. The Saba, however, even without Shattering Impact, can kill pretty damn fast. It deals a lot of slash damage, which is even better because it bypasses so many defenses in game. It is a mastery rank 8 gunblade with a bad crit chance and a bad status chance, but has a decent amount of punch through and a solid riven disposition as well. And not to mention that your combo counter can climb pretty damn fast because you fire 5 shots at a time in a burst. Even faster if you decide to use the Relentless Combination mod on this weapon, which scales off of those slash procs, so you can get your combo counter even higher, much faster. It is much more effective against Eidolons than I think pretty much anything else in the game. It's kind of the go-to weapon for a lot of Eidolon hunters for the sole purpose of stripping that armor off. Now in normal missions, the Saba isn't, I guess, as effective as other melee weapons when it comes to killing as quickly as possible, but equipped with a Mirage and her mirrors is incredibly fun and very, very effective. It kills things really quickly. Now the next weapon up on my list for shredding enemy armor is my current favourite primary weapon, my go-to weapon right now, the Stun Wraith. Mine currently has 100% status chance for all of the pellets to proc an effect. It's modded for a high crit chance and some punch through as well. 3 shots of this weapon will completely strip a level 150 heavy gunner, and the 4th will probably kill them outright, or even less I guess if I'm hitting them in the head. So this is a mastery rank 10 shotgun that is one of the most powerful in game right now. Its reload is very unique, with you chambering 1 shell at a time, which also allows you to fire in between any of those reloads if there is enemies too close to you, or if I guess it kind of hit that panic mode. It also has a base 40% status chance, which is the highest of all shotguns in game, making it ideal to strip enemies of that armor. It also has an 18% crit chance, which allows you to mod for a hybrid build of both status and crit. It's also got a maximum riven disposition, which is just a cherry on top of the icing, which gives it some absolute killer rivens. However, it is a shotgun, so it suffers from damage fall off that's not really that noticeable. Best sniper in game, Stun Wraith. Hands down. Against enemies like nullifiers, it can be a little bit annoying because you're either going to have to jump inside that bubble, or you're going to have to try and hit the device on top, or fire several shots before popping that bubble. Now, if you want to get your hands on the Stun Wraith, build your own, run around with it and see what it's like, then it is an invasion reward, or you can trade for its parts or trade for its blueprint in chat, in trade chat, or get it off clanmates or friends. Right now though, like I said, this is my go-to weapon. It is my favourite in game. Now, the third weapon on this list for stripping enemy armor is a good old infesticle set of squidgy balls, the pox. These are kind of choke point weapons in Warframe, or weapons that you would use, I guess, in combination with an ability that can group up a lot of enemies to make the most out of those gas clouds or those toxic clouds that you leave on the ground. Abilities like Vauban's Vortex or Nidus's Spaghetti Ball, or even using them with Mag and her Magnetize ability, but they are also one of the best status applying weapons in the game right now for using with a condition overload weapon. Now, the Pox will strip armor on level 160 heavy gunners really fast in seconds, but you, like I said, need to keep those enemies inside those clouds, keep them in position. They are a Mastery Rank 9 set of toxic based meatballs that you can throw 4 rounds in a magazine, so you can throw 4 before you need to reload, and you can get them in the biolab of your clan dojo. Now, you can reach 100% status chance with them, and they have a neutral riven disposition, but they're feckin' good, they're fun, and they strip enemies down really fast. But they definitely have downsides. They do work so much better with certain warframes, or as a way to complement a melee weapon more so than anything else. Other secondaries can kill much faster than them, but if you're looking to just remove armor, then they are ideal. However, are they one of your top 5? Which leads us up to the next weapon. Now, the next weapon on this list is one of Barrow-Katir's non-primed disappointments, one of the few good things that fecker has actually brought us. This is the Mara Detron. This sidearm is absolutely bonkers. Looks like some kind of space toaster that you can run around shooting things with. A radiation based shotgun secondary that can strip high level armor in 3 or 4 shots, but also kill in that time as well, not to mention the chaos effect of the radiation that it can also apply. It can apply multiple status effects for condition overload builds as well, if you like running around with those, but it is very effective at stripping enemy armor off. Now, it is probably one of my go-to sidearms right now. My go-to setup for stripping armor would probably be the Stun Wraith for primary and this for secondary, although I do enjoy running with my Rattleguts kit gun as well because it kills really fucking fast. But the Detron is an absolute beast. Like I said, it is one of Barrow-Katir's weapons, so it only appears every so often. It's one you should definitely own. A Mastery Rank 9 sidearm with 32% status chance, a fast fire rate, decent reload, decent magazine size for shotguns as well, and it fires 3.33 rounds a second. What a dick. It is projectile based, however, has a terrible crit chance and suffers from damage fall off like all shotguns. Not that it is really noticeable on anything really above level 150 or so. But yeah, you should get your hands on a Mara Detron. Now that leaves us with my final favourite stripper. It's Fantasia. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. This is the comb. This can not only strip armor in the blink of an eye, but I'm pretty sure it can strip an enemy's soul away as well if it wants to. Enemies don't live long enough to see their armor disappear. What was that? What was that yellow bar? Never mind. Limbs are too busy flying across the screen. The comb is, and for a long time has been, one of the most powerful primary weapons in Warframe. Some of you would argue that it is the most powerful, especially if you have the right riven. Against anything level 150 and up, it still kills, I guess, in the blink of an eye, but against anything lower than that, and it kind of feels like cruelty, it feels like it's abuse. Now, the comb is a Mastery Rank 5 fully automatic spool up shotgun that can be gotten in the market, has 245 rounds in its magazine, fires nearly 4 rounds a second at base, has a 25% status chance and deals a lot of slash damage on top of it. So it bleeds them slowly while stripping their armor away. More often than not, like I said, enemies are dead before that armor gets removed, which I guess would give you the argument again that the best weapons for stripping armor are the ones that kill enemies in the blink of an eye. There's, I guess, no better enemy than a dead one. Literally any condition overload build fits that, I guess, mold. Grand Prime, probably the best. Red Crit City. But the comb is capable of 100% status chance and spools up to fire 12 pellets per second before multi-shot kicks in. Eventually, once you're fully spooled up, it will look like you're just spitting out tons of shrapnel as enemies just literally melt away. Now add the comb to a Warframe like Mirage and again, overkill. It's crazy. Add more fire rate, add more multi-shot, forget about it. Forget about it, everything's dead. And it is the very definition, I guess, of power creep. Power creep the Warframe has fully embraced. Power that we don't really need. Anything above sortie level is all you'd really need it for, but we'll feckin' take the power anyway because it's given to us. I guess if we didn't have that power creep then we wouldn't be able to use it, but they seem fine with giving it out. Now these are the builds that I was using for all of the footage for this video when it came to stripping enemies of their armor. Some of these weapons perform better with viral radiation builds or even just viral on its own, but I wanted to strip armor off, so corrosive is what I used. I was kind of taking it into consideration towards the solo players more so than the group, because group players will be running with corrosive projections. Now the builds in this video that have rivens in them, I also have an alternative setup for each one of them being shown off. So if you don't have that killer riven for that weapon, then one of these different builds will definitely work in a similar vein. Now these are my top 5 armor stripping weapons. Yours are going to be completely different to what mine are, so feel free to share in the comment section below what your go-to armor stripping weapon is. Even if it's a weapon to just kill something in one go, feel free to share it. There are other weapons definitely worth mentioning. The Glaxian Vandal can strip. The Torrid is like the Pox in relation to those gas clouds and enemies needing to stand inside them. The Athamos, where it comes to linking enemies, can be very, very good at stripping armor. The Tysus, which is a 100% status chance corrosive weapon, is really good. 4 or 5 shots can strip an enemy completely down, but it only fires 1 shot at a time, so that's why I kind of left it out of this. It's not kind of one of my favourite weapons. The Amprex, the Synapse, the Zacti, the Twin Roga, the Yak Bronco Prime, the Boar Prime, I guess any shotgun that can reach that 100% status mark is really good. But again, let me know what your top 5 are in the comment section below this video. Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.